Hi, it's Lauren here from OpenBox Software. At OpenBox, we believe in finding a better way in everything we do, which is what we recently applied when being approached to look into possible solutions to office re-entry during the COVID-19 pandemic. In this session, my colleague Anna and I are going to be showing you a COVID-19 low-code solution, which we recently built for helping people return to work safely during the pandemic. I'm going to take you through the solution and then hand over to Anna, who will talk you through the technology we used and then show you how easy it is to implement a change in requirements using a low-code solution such as this one. Let's get started. We used Microsoft's Power Platform, and what you see here is a Power App. A native mobile as well as desktop-friendly solution, and there are a couple of menu options here in our app. I'm going to just click on Complete Survey. The idea being that employees would complete the survey on a daily basis. I'm going to select the building I'm going to. No symptoms for now. I'm going to answer no to all of the COVID-19 risk-related queries. At the end, I'm going to say that I intend on coming to the office today. Submit. And as you can see here, my response is good to come to work, and that's based on the responses I had submitted. And I've got a QR code here that I can use to scan when entering the office. Under my QR code menu options, you can see the QR code that was generated. So I'm able to open the app up and scan the QR code when entering the building. You can also see QR codes of previous days. So I'm going to complete the survey again. This time say that I have fever and chills and that I don't intend entering the office. You can see here the result is stay home. And that's based on the rules that we have in the background. Okay, so now I'm going to invite a guest. I'm going to invite Jane Smith. This is her email, and today it's going to be 21st. And send the invite. So that's been sent to my guest. I'm copied in, and what will be contained within that email is a link to a form. So instead of using the app, we will use Microsoft Forms for the guest, because the guest isn't likely to come into the office every single day. There's no need for them to download the app. They'll complete the form, capture some additional information about themselves, submit, and a QR code, if they are eligible, would be emailed to them. So just going back to the app, there are a number of other things you can do here. You can upload your COVID-19 results, use this item to scan the QR codes upon entry, and there's a little reporting section here, which would obviously be restricted to certain individuals, where you can see some key metrics on the different responses. Right, so that's all I wanted to show you on the app. I'm now going to hand over to Anna, who will talk to you around the technology we used and show you how easy it is to make a change. Over to you, Anna.
Thanks, Lauren. Over the past few months, we've seen the true value of rapid application development being realized, as quick turnaround times are essential in dealing with changing legislation related to COVID-19. Microsoft's Power Platform is one of the low-code platforms which facilitates rapid application development, and is the platform we've chosen to leverage in order to help our customers meet their COVID-19 related requirements. Power Platform consists of a suite of low-code tools which equip both business users and developers to quickly produce solutions from within their browsers. No bulky software or programming knowledge required. Using these tools, applications and automations can be built using visual components and expressions not unlike those you would use in Microsoft Excel. The various tools in Power Platform complement each other brilliantly, and they're designed for deep integration with each other, as well as other products within the Microsoft 365 ecosystem. While these low-code tools empower citizen developers, there is even more value to be unlocked by developers who are able to augment their solutions using custom code to build out functionality where the Power Platform falls short. So based on the high-level requirement that Lauren presented, let me point out which of the Power Platform tools form part of our solution. Starting off with data, we need a way to capture survey responses, and we need a place to store this data securely. For this, we use the Common Data Service. Common Data Service is a data storage and management service encapsulated within the Power Platform. We built out our entities in Common Data Service, as well as our business rules for computing risk based on survey responses. We then used Power Apps to quickly create mobile applications for both Android and iOS devices. The application can also be accessed via a desktop browser or even embedded within Microsoft Teams, thus making the form easily accessible and allowing users to conveniently submit their responses while on the go or at home before heading to the office. We also used Power Automate. Power Automate is Power Platform's answer to process and workflow automation. Power Apps and Power Automate together made it possible to send native device push notifications to issue daily reminders to users to capture their responses each day. Power Automate has a number of other great pre-built connectors which we used extensively to trigger HR emails when high-risk responses were captured, to read from the common data service in order to determine which employees have not yet responded for a specific day, and to send email reminders accordingly. While Power Platform allowed us to do a lot, one thing it couldn't do was generate QR codes. This is where we were able to leverage our coding skills as well as Microsoft's Azure Cloud Service platform to bridge the gap. We also used Power BI in order to create a wealth of reports using the response data. Having received the new requirement from Lauren, let me show you how quickly we can make this change. Here I have opened the COVID-19 solution in the Power Platform website. First thing I'm going to do is add a new entity. This entity, called High Risk State, will house all of the high-risk states. Once created, I can populate this with data. So how I do that is I hit this Edit in Excel button, and this is going to download an Excel spreadsheet. Since I've already logged into the Common Data Service plugin in Excel, all I have to do is copy across these states that Lauren has sent to me, place them in this Excel spreadsheet, and hit the Publish button. If I refresh my data listing in the Common Data Service, I should now see all of these states populated. Now, on my COVID-19 survey response entity, I'm going to add an additional field. And this field will just store a yes or no flag representing whether the person indicated that they have visited one of the high-risk states within the last 14 days. Back in my solution listing, I'm going to select my Power App and then select to edit that. Once my app opens in Power App Studio, all I need to do is select my form and then add the new field. These fields pull through because I've told this form to look at the COVID survey response entity. The field I select will appear at the bottom of my form. Now I'm going to do some styling. I want users to be able to see which states are classified as high risk. Watch how simple it is for me to put something together. Now I can preview my changes hitting this play button, and when I click on the label, it opens up the view that has the listing of high-risk states, which I can scroll through and then head back to my survey and complete it. So hopefully you can tell how easy it is to make changes to Power Apps and how well they integrate with Common Data Service. With that, back to you, Lauren.
Thanks, Anna. And that's it for now. I hope you're as excited as we are about low-code solutions and how easy they are to change. As a heads up, what we're doing is offering 50% off on our COVID-19 solution for delegates. So if you're interested in this or some of the other work we're doing, come on over to our virtual booth and we can have a chat. Bye for now.
Operating large buildings is challenging and expensive and involves multiple stakeholders. This is particularly relevant when we are talking about complex HVAC and building services equipment, which are critical to the operations of such buildings. Buildings are also responsible for over 30% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions, which needs to be addressed urgently. The disruptive technology that CIM has developed is changing the typical business model from one where the vendors are being tasked to run the asset optimally to one where decisions are being driven by data, which is in the hands of the building owner. This in turn enables smarter, quicker decisions. What I would like to explore now is the common challenges that building operators encounter and how the Peak platform can help transform the operational model to alleviate these challenges. Energy isn't called out on this slide, as it is taken as a given that a platform such as CIM's Peak platform will reduce energy consumption. So the first thing I'd like to touch on is legacy systems, a myriad of old and new technologies with limited interconnectivity operating in silos. The Peak platform will open the data, blend the data, present the data, and compare the data to different data sets, etc., and gives you more insights. Multiple vendors is another problem. Contractors working in isolation, HVAC, electrical, BMS, fire, etc., all with no common goal and no common direction. The Peak platform will bring all these teams together through a single pane of glass, working to a common goal or target. Lack of transparency. This leads to slow decision making, not understanding the what, the why, and the how. So the use of FDD, or fault detection and diagnosis, will flag and prioritize the issues, providing clear guidance and a path to rectification, including the benefits to doing so. Breakdowns. The inability to anticipate and prevent equipment incidents and failures is a big problem. Without data, you have nothing to guide you. Using the Peak platform, you can be proactive, getting there before there is a problem. The data can guide you and you can get ahead of the issue. Reactive CapEx, or financial planning. So it's impossible to accurately predict running costs. Understanding what happened before and what's happening now can help you plan for the future. You can now use the data to schedule the spend. Data enables decisions based off actual performance as opposed to accountant spreadsheets. Focus spending where spending is needed. Thermal comfort. Lack of data to understand the issues, looking at zone temperatures, humidity, CO2s, etc. Before the phone rings or the complaint is logged, the wheels are in motion to fix the potential problem, or it has already been fixed. This is particularly relevant moving forward given the COVID-19 pandemic. Zone conditions, when looking at thermal and ventilation compliance, will all of a sudden take a much higher priority in buildings. There will need to be a lot of focus and attention to ensure people are comfortable returning to work. Analytics can ensure optimal conditions are met and maintained, and can also provide information to tenants in the form of relevant dashboards or alerts. Another item which is not called out here is the ability to have a portfolio view. If you have a number of buildings, you invariably have multiple different systems and data sources. You have limited visibility of building performance data, which is a problem. Ideally, you want a consistent view across them all. Peak platform gives you this. Peak combines existing building data, machine learning, and automation into one powerful software as a service model, giving you more visibility and control over your asset to help you facilitate a collaborative and transparent workflow and quickly resolve issues. Our data science team uses Peak to automatically collect, monitor, and analyze historical and live building data, leveraging algorithms to pinpoint, highlight, and prioritize inefficiencies and provide you with actionable insights. And our world-class mechanical, mechatronic, and electrical engineers work with you to simplify and accelerate the end-to-end process of fault detection, diagnosis, and problem resolution. We are there to provide you around-the-clock expert advice on how to optimize your building performance. CIM is driving a digital transformation through our innovative and award-winning building analytics software. CIM's Peak platform augments your BMS technology by collecting and analyzing all the available building data, IoT data, HVAC data, lift data, energy data, weather data, fire data, people data, etc., and transforming it into valuable information to pinpoint inefficiencies and opportunities for improvement. We call this process digitizing a building, and digitizing a building means turning the data it generates into information you can use. Peak platform can ingest any and all data, no matter the format, and the platform can in turn rapidly identify the root cause of technical challenges. This dovetails nicely into reporting requirements for BREEAM, LEED, GRESB, etc. Some customer benefits from working with CIM. So visibility. CIM believes that better building management requires the whole team, investors, owners, operators, and contractors, to have real-time access to reliable information about what's really happening in each building so they can uncover the root cause of problems and fix them. Control. By having visibility into the data and the facts, you can control and improve operational decisions. Transparency. When you understand the true impact of inefficiencies, you can then make clear, educated, quick decisions. And accountability. Empowering the whole team to do a better job. All stakeholders are provided with access to the platform and workflow dashboard. This collaborative approach enhances engagement and improves coordinations between ops teams and maintenance teams. In terms of outcomes, we say we don't deliver reports, we deliver results. Smarter building operations improve efficiency, sustainability, and comfort across property portfolios. There are numerous economic and environmental benefits for shareholders, tenants, and society as a whole. Some shareholder benefits are more intelligent capital and operational decisions, increased asset profitability, elimination of waste, and improved building environmental performance reporting and ratings. Some tenant benefits are fast and accurate problem identification and resolution, improved tenant comfort and experience. Societal benefits such as ensuring that all the energy is consumed as wisely and efficiently as possible with zero waste and minimal impact on the environment. FDD visualization and dashboards form part of a robust analytic solution such as the Peak platform, but there is more to the Peak platform than this. Let's explore these 4 additional Peak platform modules. Smart capital planning. So you reduce CapEx, or at the very least improve what it is spent on. Leveraging the insights and performance trend data captured by the Peak platform enables smarter, data-driven CapEx planning decisions. Data-driven maintenance. Better use of on-site team maintenance resources is a key benefit and OpEx cost-saving initiative. Removing unneeded tasks and refocusing the resources on items that add greater value to the client is a key benefit from moving to smarter maintenance strategies. Adaptive controls. Automatically optimize the BMS performance, streamlining and improving energy and comfort. The Peak platform's adaptive controls functionality can programmatically write back to the BMS to more efficiently manage operations. Fire safety compliance. Data analytics for your fire system. Automatic, always-on verification of fire system maintenance activities, equipment function, and system performance testing, enhancing the safety of building occupants and improving service delivery. One of the unique benefits of working with CIM is our absolute independence. Unlike others in the building analytics industry, we are not seeking anything except the truth for our customers to ensure you get the most from your existing systems, equipment, and people. We aren't selling professional services, BMS systems, equipment, or maintenance. We have no vested interest, meaning the data analytics and recommendations provided by Peak are unbiased and based only on live and historical building data. Our technology is also recognized as leading fault detection and building optimization software. It was endorsed by CSIRO, Australia's premier science agency, and awarded best in class following a 24-month evaluation of the international fault detection and diagnosis platforms market. CIM has taken a unique approach to our building analytics software that we believe makes us the best in the world at making it easy and fast to uncover the root cause and impact of building problems and helping our clients easily prioritize and resolve them. We are agile and can easily tailor it based on customer requirements. Our Peak platform gathers data from old and new building equipment, and we provide a totally uniform data set, which is new to the industry. This valuable IP reservoir is always available to you. CIM's building analytics technology delivers the quickest results for the lowest investment.
Hello, I'm Mike Darby. I'm CEO and co-founder of Demand Logic, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about our mission to simplify the operation of complex buildings and how building owners are using analysis of previously untapped building data to save energy, increase comfort, and improve maintenance efficiency. So here's the starting point. Building services are complicated. In all buildings there are diverse but interconnected systems which are responsible for making spaces comfortable and productive, but with a minimum environmental impact. But it hasn't been working like that. Our experience and numerous studies, such as Innovate UK's Building Performance Evaluation, have identified poor building performance as major contributors to lost productivity and, more importantly, to greenhouse gas emissions. The control of heating, ventilation and air conditioning systems is a key factor in operational performance. These images give a feel for the complexity of what's behind the scenes of modern building services, and the hundreds or even thousands of individual energy consumers that together generate the vast demand that buildings represent. Monitoring these consumers are tens or even hundreds of thousands of data points. A point such as a temperature or humidity sensor, or even the tiny valves that regulate the flow of water through the systems. The interaction of all these tiny systems is key to operating and optimizing the overall building performance. So what has led to this poor performance? Well, we regularly see issues such as these. Commissioning is condensed. There's not enough time for installers to ensure systems are working optimally. Witnessing is spot checks, a point in time rather than ongoing analysis, and usually only a sample of the systems. Maintenance is manual, with teams visiting each asset on a routine basis, but either too early because there are no problems yet, or too late when systems have been underperforming for some time. Skilled operators are rare. Quick fix reactions to complaints can often compound operational problems, making things worse. FM margins are poor, leading to undermotivated staff. Maintenance contracts are often badly structured, with contractors being paid extra to respond to complaints, and therefore unincentivized to improve building performance. But for us, the key is that performance is opaque. With this bewildering array of systems and consumers, how do you know if the building services are operating appropriately? Surely the BMS is telling us this. Well, if it's anything like the majority of building management systems, once you've found it, often in the basement, you have to sit through an array of pages. In this case, you have 56 BMS screens to go through, along with 200 pages of fan core units. Each page telling you what is happening to a specific piece of plant right now, but not about last night or further back in time. To see that, you have to click further, assuming logs have been set up, and then use your experience and expertise to judge whether operation is optimal or not. In this building, there are over 30,000 points on the BMS, and only a small proportion of these are actually logged anyway. And all that is hidden behind a big menu, so you need to know where you're going before you start. There's nothing guiding you to issues, so how can you prioritise your time? How can we make better sense of this data? Well, that's what Demand Logic set out to do. As we've seen, each building has an array of plant hidden from view. This includes chillers, terminal units, boilers, pumps and air handlers, and more, all massive energy consumers. And that's all controlled by a complex network of embedded devices, the building management system. Our first challenge was to access the data, the hundreds of thousands of points of reference, generally unstored and unanalyzed. We developed a small device that we put in the building, our data acquisition device, or DAD. This usually takes an hour or so. And once set up, the device pulls all the BMS data. The data are securely uploaded to the cloud, where storage is unlimited. Our system then models the data automatically, analyzes it, and provides insight on a web dashboard. We can generally get to insight within 48 hours of deployment. By unravelling this bewildering array of data streams and provided targeting recommendations, our system enables a reduction in operational energy wastage and carbon emissions. It allows FM teams to focus on internal environmental quality, to improve occupant well-being and productivity, and facilitates proactive data-driven maintenance, which reduces unanticipated breakdowns and operational expenditure. This approach is redefining the KPIs of property performance, saving our customers up to 30% in energy costs, reducing complaints by often 50% or even in one case 100%, and improving maintenance efficiency and first-time fixes. Our partners include property owners, corporate real estate and property management companies, as well as engineers and contractors. Some are completely shifting property management and facilities management strategies using data-driven maintenance, and empowering portfolio managers with insight. So I'd like to tell you a little bit about the Building Operational Performance Score. Using the myriad of data feeds, our system models expected performance and scores each building against this model. Millions of data points are analysed and aggregated into a single Building Operational Performance Score. A single score that ranks buildings against their peers, highlights improved or deteriorating property, and facilitates drill down to poorly performing plant and spaces to rectify problems. So we've devised this scoring methodology illustrated here. But we're opening it up to industry bodies and professionals. Our aim is to galvanise the best brains in the industry and strive for continual improvement of the scoring metrics so that all buildings can be compared fairly and effectively. A Building Operational Performance Score does the data analysis for you. A rating system that allows users to instantly see which buildings are performing well from the perspectives of energy efficiency, occupier comfort, and mechanical performance. Property professionals are already using this system to improve property performance and drive engagement. In this example, tens of millions of values are crunched to derive monthly scores for this portfolio. That's clearly not a task that could be carried out manually. The score is made up of KPIs for comfort and productivity, for maintenance and energy, and aggregated into an overall score. You can clearly see best and worst performing assets, and a quartile ranking allows you to compare your buildings to wider industry peers. A drill down takes you to increasing detail levels to illustrate the cause of poor performance. Depending on your role, you go as far as you need. For a building manager, a live RAG report highlights the day and type of poor performance, and a maintenance engineer will drill down to a single worst offender. Judging whether a repair has been effective is not a subjective report. Improvements can be clearly seen, so facilities managers can be confident that a contractor has made the fix effectively. The scores are trended over time and used to illustrate properties teams' success in managing buildings. Some even publish their scores on social media. Our system even includes a built-in workflow process that can integrate with your CAFM system, and also provides a social intelligence platform where expert users can share insight and gain rapid access to actionable insight. They collaborate with team members with on-site and remote access, all sharing the same data visualizations, with analytics focused on exceptions. This means that teams act effectively and guided by data. The systems provide clear reporting on progress. Rectified problems can be quickly evaluated for their effectiveness and potentially even resolve conflicts. DemondLogic provides you with a suite of tools to get your spaces productive and energy efficient. This includes virtual metering, which provides you with highly granular energy attribution, but with no additional hardware cost, just using existing data streams and the application of the laws of physics. This shows your highest consuming assets, down to a floor or even room by room. We can even get your engineering teams full, secure, remote access to the plant, so fixes can be made as efficiently as possible without even visiting the sites. And finally, I'd like to leave you with a few questions to consider. How do you think your buildings rank? And if you can answer that one, how do you know? Is it through subjective KPIs or maintenance reports? Both of these are reliant on someone's opinion. Is it based on energy data? And if so, against what benchmark? And how do you know how productive the space was? Is it through complaints? Or simply gut feeling? Whatever the answer is, we'd be happy to hear from you and see if we can help. Thanks for listening.